So, SpeedRunners 2 is a thing now. I'm honestly surprised this even got released out of nowhere. I don't know if Tiny made any announcement regarding the sequel. Literally I got jumpscared when it popped out in my YouTube feed. It was like... Now since I watched the trailer I can't get it out of my head. I can't stop thinking about it, dude. But the reason of why I'm making this video is to resume what was talked about in the Q&A stream that released almost 2 weeks ago and try to explain as best as I can with what I understood. I will not make it any longer and I'll get started. The physics of the game did not change much despite the change of engine, so we don't have wacky interactions that we don't know about, hopefully. But cool that they kept it this way. We will also have new gameplay features, but sadly when the devs were talking about it the audio just died, but later on they talked about some of these features by separate, and one of those new gameplay features are new items. We don't have any info about what kind of new items there will be, but I'm praying for something like sticky bomb. The wall clipping boxes and bombs are now a mechanic and not a glitch anymore. This is honestly a goated addition in my opinion. Like, just think about the C4 stick to the wall with glue or tape is funny. The 8 players lobby will be free for all for now, but they plan on adding team runners back. Hopefully we will see ranked team runners in the future. AI will be improved because, let's be honest, SpeedRunners 1 AI is absolute dogshit. The speed cap maybe will be increased from 500 pixels per second to something higher. I honestly think 500 pixels per second is perfect, but thinking about going faster than that just gives me a boner, not gonna lie. Someone asked in the stream if there will be a banning system since it's a racing game, and they said it makes sense for a game like this to have a banning system for the maps, so we might see it in the future. And the last thing I wrote down for regarding gameplays is track properties. Yeah, you heard it right. We will have maps with different kinds of properties, just like Trackmania, but I don't know how will they do it. One of the devs said that there is, or will be, I don't remember, a glass mechanic, where you can only go through it if you are faster than a certain speed to break it, which is gonna be cool. New game modes will be added as the months go through, so we will have more than just the regular Fallen Dead. Reverse grapple is backdating. There isn't much information regarding characters, but what we have is promising. To start it, we will have the old roster of characters, obviously, but not only that, Civil Dispute characters will also be back. If you want to customize the characters, guess what? You don't need to mod it because we will have an in-game customization for the characters. And it's not only gonna be color variants like in the first game, so now if you wanna give the Cosmonaut Comrade a stash, you can. I hope they add that. Please do it. Licensed characters like the Scout, Octodad and others maybe can make a return to the game, but we will have to wait for that. We will have YouTubers collabs, but not the old ones. At least, that's what I understand from them. They wanted new people as playable characters, so yeah, no more Markiplier I guess. Characters do not have perks or abilities, but it's a possibility if the community really asks for it. I don't really want it to be honest, but it could be like in SpeedRunners 1 where we play on a random no items lobby, but instead of no items, it's a no perk lobby. We will have local trade customizations, which is the thing I prayed for the most. Thank you for your play labs. Maps. Oh dear, maps. Official maps will be in SpeedRunners 2, but it's not gonna be the same old ass maps that we know. No. We got map variants now, so if you're fucking goated and you want to play Metro, but at the same time not because the map is slow, now you can change the layout from, I don't know, Metro A, beginners friendly, to Metro B for more advanced players. Basically the variants give the maps more opportunities to gain speed and maybe give them a twist. A new map editor will be added as well as community maps, like in SpeedRunners 1. They wanted to make community maps to be played on every platform and not only from the Steam Workshop. Mod support is planned to be added so we can all play as whatever the fuck we want. Although I don't know if we're gonna have the old type of modding as the previous game where we had to edit the X and B files, or if we're gonna have actual 3D models to mod. This does not only go to characters but also map backgrounds and other sprites. Now we can customize the grapples and hooks from the in-game settings, though this is only for colors and not actually grapples, but it will look sick to have a spiderweb as a grapple with its own effect when grappling. I didn't get something special out of the devs when asking for the trail editor, but they said it will be there and it'll be better. I know I mentioned it before, but I don't care, I'm too hyped about it. SpeedRunners 1 trails might not be back on SpeedRunners 2, but if we are lucky, we might have some back. New music and new remix music will be in the game now. There is gonna be an open beta for players to try out the game beforehand. I don't know if it'll be available for everyone or only for the winner of the SpeedRunners Steam community page tournament and a few selected people. We will see how it goes. Rewards over time, like some kind of battle pass. I don't know what they meant by this. I hope it's not like an actual battle pass, and what I mean is it'll be an XP bar like in the first game, where you unlocked characters and colors just by playing. The rank system will be reworked or revamped, making it better, I suppose. Nothing much to talk about it, honestly. Cross-platform will be a thing now. Actual go to the news. System requirements will be optimized over time, so the 16GB of RAM that it needs to run might be lowered in the next months. The game will release on console next year. This is bad news for console players, but I'm not a console player. The tutorial will be improved, and it'll help newer players how to go faster, basically teaching the basics mechanics of the game. Also, practice mode will have new tools, so stay tuned. And last but not least, more lore. I know this isn't important for most of the player base, but it is for me. Having more story makes it less of a gotta go fast game and more of I gotta go fast, but because I'm not homosexual. So that should be all covered. From my perspective and what I care so far, if I missed something, tell me in the comments, I'll be down to discuss it down there. Here's for those who want to add me on Discord. Shoutouts to all SpeedRunners content creators for keeping the game alive enough to see a sequel of it. That's all people, thank you for watching, have a good day or night, see ya.